Welcome back to the Juice Music Show. My name is Kenio, and with me I got
someone who is here completely voluntary, and I have not been told to say this. I am not being caught here against my will. I totally wanted to do this today.
Yes, of course you did. Of course you did.
So what are we doing today?
Today we are... Master? We're actually talking about Isabella. She's the master of the show, and she has promised to help us out making the show even just a bit more interesting than our beautiful faces, right?
I am doing my best. You guys aren't always easy to work with.
Thank you.
You can't just say like that. Anyways,
we've been contacted by... Just real quick, yeah. It's the first 30 seconds of the show. Yep. We got contacted by the band called Press to Enter, and they have asked us to review one of their tracks, and we are gonna dive directly down into it. Yep. And see who they are and what they're about.
And I want to say something. He has not heard a single one of their songs yet. He has seen absolutely nothing. But I have actually listened to their songs, so this is gonna be very interesting. Because
I sound like one who hasn't done his homework.
Yeah, no, but it's actually gonna be pretty cool because you're gonna see this for the first time, and I've actually geeked a little bit about their music, and I'm really looking forward to talking about it. So.
And Isabella, if you can pull it up on our screen here, and you can tell us a little bit about Press to Enter.
Press to Enter is a progressive rock band with a female lead singer. The band has an original sound that is not heard that often in Denmark. Press to Enter cultivates the details and the different layers in their music. The mission is to mix the hardness and complexity of progressive metal and renew it with a layer of catchy pop tones. The band consists of Jules Winegreen on vocals, Lucas Serbach on bass, and Simon Laulund on guitar. Press to Enter was started in 2020 by Simon and Lucas while they were both studying at the Southern Danish Music Conservatory in Odense. The band released their first two singles, Sky High Places and Evolvage, in the spring of 2022, which have garnered great praise on the underground metal scene and have been played several times on the Dutch rock radio show The Progfiles, which has referred to the band as new favorites. Press to Enter is now ready with their full debut album From Mirror to Road, which will be released in autumn 2023.
And while we're at it, why not press that subscribe button? It really helps out the channel. And let's dive into the band called Press to Enter. The band consists of Jules Winegreen on vocal, Lucas... How the hell do you pronounce that? Shishrebach.
What the hell are you reading?
Lucas...
Oh yeah, I'm not doing that.
Shishrebach.
I'm not getting cancelled today. Nope.
Shishrebach.
I don't... We're so sorry about
on
that.
Bass?
But... I don't, I'm so sorry.
Lucas,
we don't know.
I'm gonna call you Lucas the C. The C guy.
The C. That's an S though.
Yeah, SCC.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, I see. You see.
You see.
We're a bunch of I'm so sorry.
And Simon Laulund on guitar. Yeah, that's a very Danish name. Like, he's the only Danish person in here.
It's actually also difficult to like say that in English.
Yeah.
Laulund. It instantly just becomes Swedish or Norwegian. Laulund.
Simon Laulund.
It probably is. Like I'd imagine that was.
We're bringing back the Swedish roots.
They're from Odense.
Hold the phone, shut the front door.
You say that up front, right? Like, say that up front and you're just guaranteed a feature in this show.
Yes.
Because we're not biased at all.
So, guys, if I like this track, I'm going to invite you into the studio for a little podcast episode.
Yeah.
Yes, that would be awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to like it.
I'm back to bumping the microphone. With my freaking chin.
I've been doing all kinds of nonsense here too. You're going to like this so much. By the way, look at the bassist bass. Just look at that one. It's so amazing.
It's the Lucas C guy.
Oh, that's brutal. And you can just see the way they play and how they play and how they've actually made this track, set it up. They've been to the conservatory. Like,
Oh my god, that's awesome.
Yeah, you can just see by the way they're doing things that they're not like me. Like, I just taught myself some of these things. They've learned to do it the right way. The good way.
Loving to show off. Okay, I didn't expect those vocals.
No, exactly. It's like you would have thought they would have gone to some kind of high-pitched stuff. They're really, like, deep.
This is bringing me back to the old school Evanescence days.
Yeah, exactly.
This is old school Emily effects.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the effects is like some 19s, early 2000s kind of thing going on.
Like, it's kind of going in different directions for me.
Yeah. It's a very technical thing. I feel like they're putting a lot of emphasis into the music part. They're really geeking out about the music. Oh, you have to listen to it. I'm sorry, we just have to listen to the whole track.
Like, I love how the variations go through the track here.
By the way, the double thumb technique the bassist got going on from Victor Wooten, that's amazing too. This thing is doing it. This is definitely those poppy vibes you were talking about.
Yeah, that's the...
It's almost like...
So, it's like putting a...
Eurovision pop.
Eurovision pop on a metal track. Like, what is happening? Oh my god!
Oh, it's so amazing. And now we got the synth.
That was beautiful.
We got the synth again.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the distortion. I actually don't know what key it's in. Doesn't sound like they've actually detuned the guitar. Isn't it still just a standard, you know, 440 EADG? It's not the tuning they're using here. I actually don't know. It doesn't seem that it's detuned. Like some of that type of metal is like, you know, drop C or something like that. Doesn't seem like it. Also the way he's shredding, I don't think they've actually like detuned their guitars that much, because it would be very sloppy in those songs. I actually think it's like that's just me geeking right now.
This is definitely impressive. It has so many elements to it. Like, there's so much happening. Like, it's a 6-minute long track, but you don't really feel that it's a 6-minute long track. Like,
absolutely
you're entertained all the way through. So good job, guys.
We're probably not in the edit of this putting the whole video in, like the whole thing. It's a long video. So if we're talking about stuff where you don't really know what we're talking about because we haven't showed it, go watch the video because it's freaking amazing.
Yeah.
And a thing about this track that I want to say,
amazing playthrough video, actually.
Yeah, really great. A good editing too.
Yeah. Maybe you can edit this show sometime.
What do you think?
Yo, let's dive into structure, lyrics, and sexiness of this track. Dun, 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 dun. Let's start with the structure.
That was a disgrace. We just listened to awesome music, and you're just going.
Oh yeah, no. Let's dive into the structure of the track. What are your overall thoughts on? Like, it's a 6-minute long track.
Yeah, we need to.
It's a long song.
Yeah, we need to understand that this is the genre. This is how it works. This is how these songs are, and there are not a lot of this music in Denmark. They're absolutely right about that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not a long song, and I'm not gonna judge it like it's supposed to be a 3-minute song. It is what it's supposed to do and what it's supposed to be. If you don't like long music, this is not for you. But it's amazing. Firstly, the vocals fit. When I first heard the song, I was like, oh, those vocals were not what I was expecting. But at the end, you wouldn't want anything else.
No.
And I like the place in the whole thing that the vocals have. I think I said somewhere when we were listening to it, there's a big emphasis on the technical aspect of the music. They are putting a lot of thought into that. Those things really stand out and that they have their place. But when there's so much technical stuff happening, both the bassist has a solo, the guitarist has a solo, there's a lot of things, and there's a lot of shifts and changes.
Yeah.
It can become difficult to have a vocal line too, where everything's supposed to be impressive as singing all the way through.
Yeah.
So the vocals, there aren't that many vocals actually.
That's one of the things that I was kind of like thrown back to, is that the need for, I know repetition is somewhat a bad word in music, but you kind of need it. You kind of need that hook to bring you back for the track, because it feels to me that it's a song that tells a story for you, and that's it.
I think it's important.
It's not like you're. It's like it's not telling me, like it's not asking me somehow, do you want to hear a story again?
Yeah. I think the way I see this is...
But then again, maybe that's the genre, I don't know.
I haven't even... Like, the thing that happens when I'm listening to this is that I'm not even paying attention to the lyrics anymore. But I think it's important
because
to see...
Because there's so much happening.
Yeah, like, but I think you're supposed to see the lyrics and the vocalist as an instrument of their own. Yeah. This is not a song where we have a catchy hook and chorus. They're like, the guitar is the catchy part. The bass can be the catchy part. So you're not really supposed to have that whole classic build-up of these things. No. The vocals are amazing. But then they're beautiful and they fit. If you put more into it, the vocals are like the break from all the weird stuff happening.
Then again, when you're putting all these elements together, who would you say this type of song is for? Me. Is this... Yeah, music enthusiasts. I would say this track is more of a music enthusiast than it's not a club banger. It's not a it's not, you're not going on tour with Bring Me Horizon anytime soon. But it's phenomenal within its genre, really. Yeah. And I love how they've been honest with themselves regarding their talents and where they are. And I really love that 19s, 2000 throwback effect on the vocal.
Yeah, it's this is actually some of the best Danish representative of this type of music I've ever seen. First of all, the guitarist is amazing. His one thing is that he's sweep picking. Another thing is that he is extremely accurate with it. I can sweep a little bit, but my sweeping is in no way as practiced as that. And it takes a lot of skill and practice to make it sound so effortless and not have a lot of, weird stuff happening also on the guitar. He's the tone, the way they've used their amplifiers, all this kind of thing. It's really, really talented guys. And it has taken a lot of time to put this together. Yeah. And I think you are right that maybe people like me who like to geek out about stuff like that probably enjoys this a lot.
Really a lot more. This.
A lot more than the regular Danish audience might.
Yeah, and this is where, there was once a guy who I was touring with who broke something down for me. He was a guitarist, and he said to me, there are two types of guitarists out there. There are the ones who can show off and be extremely talented, and then there's the guys who can play guitar. and I think it's kind of a gray area right there for you guys. Like, you're extremely talented. This is a very honest review from me, because I really wanted you guys to succeed here. You know what you're doing. You know your craft, and you know how to show off with it. But maybe consider songwriting processes a little bit more.
I completely disagree. I 100% disagree.
Yeah, because you're geeking out with this.
Nope, this simply just because that what you want them to do is to become a Danish kind of pop rock band with a classical setup.
Pop rock?
Whatever.
I never said pop rock,
but a standard band. The problem is that as they are saying, this type of music isn't played a lot in Denmark. No, but that's our fault. Denmark is boring. Because this is amazing. This is exactly what it's supposed to be in my head. I know this genre. I've listened a lot to it. This is some of the greatest things I've ever heard. Like, I understand that they're inspired by stuff like, I could imagine Dream Theater, probably. And this is as good as that. Dream Theater's songs are like 10 minutes long, some of them. They're crazy. Yeah. This is what it's supposed to be. I would not change a single thing about this. Actually, I love it that much. But it just doesn't fit the standard Danish model. That's the problem. There's not really a lot of room for it here. They're the only ones almost.
Yeah, and that can be a good thing and a bad thing. And I'm talking from experience on that point. Like, being the only... I've been playing in a new metal band for years, and being the only new metal band in Denmark is a good thing and it's a bad thing, because it doesn't know where to place you. What worked for us was definitely acknowledging that we're that unique, but also maybe write a few songs that make sure that you can fit in somewhere and then spiral out.
Yeah, I guess you're right, but you also need to be very careful that you don't sell your soul to money. Because
no, you're not selling yourself to money. You're creating your own success with this. It's like if you're the only guy in the room wearing a pink sweater, you're not gonna sell many pink sweaters.
No, I'm just gonna be the only one who has a sense of fashion.
This would be, I think, this would be highly popular in Germany.
Yeah. Holland was already
Sweden, really. Sweden would definitely love this kind of stuff.
They've already been played on some pretty big stuff.
Yeah.
Holland, was it Holland? Wasn't it?
Rock Radio Show, the Prog Files.
Yeah, Holland.
In
Netherlands. Sorry.
In Netherlands. Yeah,
Netherlands.
Holland. That's Tom Holland.
Tom Holland loves this. Confirmed.
He was in Netherlands in Spider-Man, wasn't he?
I think he was.
Yeah, I think he was. Anyway.
Tom Holland and Holland.
We have ADD.
Do you think he was eating hollandaise? Tom Holland and Holland eating hollandaise? We need to ask Tom Holland if he likes hollandaise in Holland.
It's bad.
I love this. This is mental.
Tom Holland in hollandaise in Holland. Yeah. For me, the star structure-wise would be a 3.
Yeah, I can tell on you that you weren't all that enthusiastic about that type. I'm just gonna go all 5 here because I love it. I just love it.
It's from different perspectives. Yeah. Like I'm a traditional songwriter, I guess, in many ways, and not really.
That's also a way of saying you don't have any taste in music.
True. Yeah. I'm stuck in 2000s. So we're landing at 4 stars, I guess.
Well, you know what? I'm fine with that. What do you think about the lyric part? Let's say the more vocal parts.
Yeah, because that's it. Like because there's so much happening.
Yeah.
It's hard to pay attention to what's going on with the lyrics here. But with that being said, I am still standing by that. I love that they made the right decision with the effects on her vocal.
Yep.
Because it's bringing us back to a time that, for my case, was lost somehow, and it brings it back, and it sounds freaking amazing. It suits her vocal so good.
Yeah.
And she has a phenomenal range. What is happening with that?
Absolutely. I'm actually getting a little Epica vibes from her as well.
Yeah.
That's a band who is, aren't they actually from the Netherlands? I think they are. I just think they are. Anyways, but I can't remember. I'm so sorry.
Where are they from?
They are actually from the Netherlands. What a strange coincidence.
But I really like what they did with her voice here.
Yeah.
Epica doing a kind of a different thing. But that's actually a thing, because you were talking about how you said you wanted some growls. That could actually be an interesting thing for their band here as well. Incorporate a male growling voice to contrast her singing. But
that's just possibility. A suggestion, really. It can open a lot of doors.
We always like some angry boys screaming. So
yeah. Or do features. Like there's plenty of room for doing like features. Like I don't know, hit up.
He can scream. He can scream. He can scream.
Yeah, but hit up Caban maybe.
He's never doing anything. He can scream. Call him.
Call me.
Yeah, you do a great screaming vocal.
Thank you.
You really do. You really do.
Aw.
Yeah, I will say the whole vocal and lyric part. I'm gonna go like. I'm sorry. I'm just 5. I just like it that much. Just really like it. I know you're probably gonna say 4, but
yeah.
Yeah,
because the only thing that's keeping me from giving it a 5-star, even though I love every decision about it, is that there's so much else happening that the vocal almost feels redundant.
Yeah, you don't feel like that gets its own place.
No, there's not like even when it's there, it's not getting a lot of room.
I can see what you say about that, because like it's an amazing vocal. She's so great.
Imagine if everything breaks just on only keeping the guitar maybe, and then having her voice having his moment to shine.
I can kind of see what you're coming from, because her vocals are amazing. She's a great singer. I loved everything they did with her voice. But right before that, or right after that, there are some kind of crazy soloing or some crazy music stuff happening that kind of steals the attention, and you kind of forget what was just happening with the very beautiful
like you recognize that there's a vocal going on, but you're not really recognizing why it's there.
You kind of already, like, if you already know the song, you might just be waiting until the crazy solo comes and stuff like that. So I guess that it does take a little bit away from how great she actually sings and how great they've actually done this.
Like they have,
I can see it. I can see where you're coming from.
Jackpot with talent here, and I just find it so, like, it's almost a shame, really, that it's not really getting its time to shine. The guitar has its time, the bass has its time, the vocals should also have its time,
and it has, but it just doesn't feel like that.
They didn't even have a drummer.
I actually don't think they had a drummer on the video.
I heard drums, but I don't know if they're programmed drums. Like, who
might
can tell the difference today? My
Absolutely
drums
nobody.
Are programmed.
All drums are programmed these days. But are we ending on a 4? And then we're gonna say, please write a song where the vocalists are being allowed to, like, shred with her voice all over.
Yeah,
just like the guitar. That's what we want. We want a song for that.
Maybe just a piano track and her vocal on it.
Yeah, and just go crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's so within temptation. It kind of, when I looked at this playthrough video, I know it has nothing to do with anything else, but it didn't feel like the same band. Well, that's me looking at a branding perspective. Like, this is like, do you guys know each other? Like, pulling up your press photo, you guys look like you know each other. Looking at the playthrough, I don't know. But you're cute and I love it. You're freaking talented, and that's even better.
Absolutely. About the structure, I'm just gonna say, and I'm gonna give it a 5 because I know this type of music and I love this type.
We've been there, and we ended on 4.
No, that's true. We are Sexiness.
And now the Sexiness.
Yeah, sorry. I'm behind. 5. I'm just. But you know, this is my kind of stuff. I love this. I
love the bass player.
Great. And the video was great, and they were smiling, and they were having fun. They seems like amazing persons, and like, come on.
Lucas was the bass player, right? Lucas C sharp. Let's call him C sharp. He is the sexiest guy in this band, for all I care.
You just love his name.
I love his name, and his talent, and the way he's just portraying himself in that playthrough video. Go look at the whole playthrough video, guys. You're gonna love it, and you're gonna understand why I love this dude.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, the bassist. Now, I don't know, Lucas, if you are. I hope. Oh yeah, this Lucas on bass. I don't know if you've been listening to Victor Wooten. I can't imagine a bassist who hasn't. Because that thumb you had going with the double,
Please show your hand up here so we can see what you're doing. Because if you're doing it down here, it just looks way different.
Victor Wooten was one of those person who I think he actually invented or at least popularized a technique where he is picking the strings with his thumb both ways, like a pick, basically. And he was using that technique quite a lot, and it's quite an annoying, difficult one to do. And I really like your techniques with these things. They're so amazing. So I'd imagine you probably know who that is.
And of course, we're gonna leave a link for Press to enter down in the description. And while you're down there, remember to press the subscribe button.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Sexiness, I would definitely agree on 5 because this is like within the genre, within the type of style that they're running for. Like, what is happening? Like, I was impressed from the very beginning to the very end.
This is one of the very few genres where they can do this. Where they actually have that much room to just go mental with all that stuff.
Where it's actually allowed.
Yeah.
Like, if you did this in pop music, everyone would be looking weird at you. Like,
also, the sweeping and the sound on his guitar. I would actually like to know what plugins the guitarist had that you've been using. What distortion? Is it like pedals you've gone go? Is it actually amp, or are you doing plugins or what? I really want to know, because I've been looking for a tone someone like that, something along those lines. Maybe please hit me up.
Maybe it's a Helix.
It could be.
Maybe it's a Helix amp, like floor amp, maybe.
It wouldn't surprise me, but it was a great sound.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, let's 5 stars on the Sexiness.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, guys. You came on the Juice, you reached out, and we want to say thank you so much for doing that. And overall, your review was actually pretty high up there, even though we have disagreements and stuff because we're from different backgrounds.
Yeah, of course.
But that's the beautiful thing about this show is that Andy and I are from very different backgrounds when it comes to music. And we're going to be very honest about that.
Absolutely. And there's we can't ever disagree on that this is amazing and great music and very, very high talent and production value here. So no matter what we are saying, nobody has to agree, and it doesn't have even to be the truth. It probably isn't, but we can absolutely guarantee you that this is amazing. This is really amazing music.
And the very fact that you guys came on the show now and having this review, make sure that your numbers will continue to grow.
Yeah, we really hope that other people
are gonna listen to you guys.
Wanna listen to you, and also if other bands wants to let us hear your music.
Yeah,
write us an email. We have so much fun with this.
On the Juice today, DK.
Yeah, we promise we won't bite.
We won't bite.
And we always love to hear what you guys are doing out there.
Yeah. Isabella, do you have any last words? And can you pull up on our screen what we're going to do next?
Congratulations to Press to Enter for this amazing review. They almost split the channel and I had to glue it back together behind the scenes. They should definitely keep going, and I can't wait to analyze their material in the future.
Amazing stuff, really.
Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Looking forward to it.
Yes. Check out this video.
See ya, guys.
Bye.
Bye.